Hey guys, how's it going? Markel here, back with another video, another quick discussion video. And I want to answer some more questions that were left regarding the ZV-1 on the Zhiyun Crane M2, the Surface Duo original, the Z Flip 5G, the Pixel 6 Pro, and the 12 Pro Max I'm recording on right now. So let's get into this real quick. So this year I decided not to upgrade the iPhone, the Pixel, the Surface, or the ZV-1, because there's a ZV-1F that's out now. But this is getting upgraded. As soon as it comes in, I'm giving this one away, but I've had this one for almost 3 years. It still works fine, still works great. Everything on it is still fast and smooth. Picture quality and everything. I replaced this screen, this display cover screen right here. I've already replaced that and it still looks like a new phone. You know, I try to keep it in the best condition as possible. This little screen right here compared to the new screen, you know, night and day. This was still like a prototype when it came out versus the 3rd generation, and now we're on the 4th generation, but this is the only one. And the reason for that is simple for me. I always look at devices, and the reason why also, let me mention this real quick. I'm changing this also because I believe this is the last year of software updates. And at some point, the apps are gonna stop working on this one, where you won't be able to open them anymore because of the latest software that's gonna be out. So I think right around the 3 to 4 year mark on Android phones is probably when you should upgrade, but that's what I'm choosing to do with this. iPhones are different. You can go 7 years with an iPhone. It's going to get the latest upgrade to that 7th year. And then they always put the list out of phones that won't be able to get the upgrade. So like, I think the 8 is the last one to get the 16.1 now that we're on iPhone 14. So iPhones, 7 years. These Android phones are starting to go to 4 to 5 years, but prior to that, they were like 3 years. Anyway, I digress. I always try to look at what I have, look at what's coming out new and go, okay, what am I gonna do different with this versus what I already have? For the iPhone, it was simple. I do more photos and video on the iPhone. Even though the sensor's gotten bigger, the lenses have gotten bigger, it's great for low light. I rarely go out at night to use the phone for video and photos. So that didn't matter. The dynamic island is nice. Cinematic mode is great. Okay, look at the background. Look at the background now. Look at the background. Is that not cinematic? Is that not a blurred background? Okay guys, again, I'm gonna trade in a perfectly good phone to get a feature the phone already has naturally. For me, that wasn't something that was enough for me to trade. This phone, that dynamic island and the bigger lenses, this is a 1 terabyte iPhone 12 Pro Max. This phone was almost $2,000 when I bought it 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago now. And they're only gonna give me like $450 in trade on this. The new one's probably gonna run me over $2,000. So I would end up paying about $1,650 to give up a perfectly good phone to get another one, just so I can say I have the newest one. But I will say, going into 2023, I'll probably get the iPhone 15. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm doing a series on my other channel about saving money anyway. I'm gonna show you guys how I save to get that device and purchase it and go through the whole thing. And that is because of battery health. That's the only reason I'm looking at getting the 15. The battery health on this is starting to degrade. Once it gets down to about 80%, that's when it's gonna stop having the great battery life that it has right now. But as of right now, I can still get over 2 days on this almost 3-year-old phone. So that's how it's been working for me. The Pixel 6 Pro versus the Pixel 7 Pro, there definitely ain't enough for me to change that. Just giving it Face ID, cinematic mode in 1080p, and the cameras are basically the same. Yeah, that wasn't enough. That made no sense to me to upgrade that at all, so I'm good with that. And then for the Surface Duo here, the 2nd version that came out with that big camera bump on the back, I did not like that at all. And the support, I just don't feel like Microsoft gives enough support on their devices for me to invest, what was it, $1,600 in that one. And I have this one, is working great. I still don't have Android 12L on this, even though it's been out in the States, I think for about a month through Microsoft. The actual Android 12L has been out, I believe, for about 8 or 9 months now, and I have yet to get it on this device. You know, I've seen people post it where their Android 12L is in on their Microsoft Duo original, and here I am, I'm still on September security patch. So for me, that's a killer for me with Microsoft. The support, that's the one thing with Microsoft, man, is support. I just got an update on my Pixel 6 Pro for November's patch. I already got that downloaded. The iPhone, everybody knows once the iPhone puts out an update, it's universal. You're gonna get it on the watch, you're gonna get it on the phone, you're gonna get it on the computer, the iPad, the whole kit and caboodle. And then the last but not least is this setup. Now I know that Zhiyun has come out with the newer gimbal, and there's a new Sony ZV-1F. I'm good, because again, what am I gonna do different with the newest thing other than saying I have the newest gimbal, the newest camera this year? 9 months later, there's gonna be another one. And if you try to keep up with that, which is what these companies want you to do, you're gonna always be broke. I'm not trying to be broke. Trying to keep up with tech. I like learning about tech, I like understanding tech, but I'm not willing to spend all my savings to get something every year because they came out with the newest thing. You know, it's hey, I would like to have it every year, but I'm not willing to spend to get it like that. So in this video, man, I just want to say, it's okay that you got something that's a couple of years old. It still works great. It'd be one thing if somebody watched this video and say, you know what, man, your video is trash. I've never had someone come on and say my video's quality is so bad that they couldn't watch it. I've had people say, man, your videos are looking much better. And that's because of this camera and my A6400 and some of the techniques that I've learned from watching other YouTubers who do tutorials and different things like that. But yeah, I'm not interested in getting a new one every year. And again, the new one that I'm getting of this is only because this is going to stop receiving software updates. I believe this year is the last year. I'm not even sure if this is going to go to Android 13. I don't believe it's on the list. I think where it is right now with Android 12 is it. And once developers start updating these latest apps on here, these are going to stop working. I don't know if you can even jailbreak phones anymore like you used to force them to work, to update. I'm not even sure if you can do that anymore. But yeah, this one is pretty much at the end of its cycle. The person I'm giving it to is going to have one more good year with this, maybe 2 more good years with this. Not like it will stop working completely, but at some point, these apps, they're going to need to be updated and they'll stop working. Now you can still use the internet to open up your banking app and whatever else, because you're still going to have the internet. But when it comes to security patches and software updates, yeah, this is pretty much going to be the end of the line for this device. All right, guys. So hopefully I answered that question as to why I'm not upgrading all of these devices. Even with the iPad Pro, I looked at that one, the 2nd generation. I'm sorry, what is that? The 5th generation? No, the latest one that's out, the 2022 model, and I have the 2021 model right here, okay, with the Sophie Guard skin. I don't even use these cameras, so that didn't even matter. I have the Magic Keyboard and the pencil, as you can see already, on the M1 version, the 2021 M1 version, and it's been great. I have no reason to upgrade, you know. I got this speaker here from Sony I've had now going on almost 7 years. Still works great. It's even hooked to this Surface Duo right now through Bluetooth. So again, would I love to have the greatest things? Of course. The latest and the greatest, of course. But the reality is I'm not willing to spend everything I have in order to get those things to try to keep up with these companies that put them out every year. If it was a sponsorship and they're sending it to me as a review unit to review, I would love to do it. But going into 2023, I'm going to focus more on the budget and mid-range devices for 2 reasons. One, the channel's just not generating enough revenue to buy the latest, the pro versions of anything that I have. And the second reason is there are plenty of you guys out there who ask about those devices, and my channel does a lot better with the Xiaomi's, the Pixel 6a, the Pixel 5a, the budget devices, the Surface Duo, things like this, the Zhiyun Crane M2, things that are not high in cost. People really want to know about those things and see how well they work, versus stuff like this, the 12 Pro Max or any Pro Max from iPhone, where you're gonna spend, upwards of $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. People are not that interested, at least from when I put it out. But when I put out more budget stuff, people seem to want to watch more. Okay, so those are the reasons why, guys. Just keeping it real, being honest with you. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I appreciate everybody watching as always. Until the next time, guys, I'm out. Peace.